We're live. I'm still just readjusting.
Oh, really? Let me make sure my laptop is plugged in. Oh, good. We're good.
Are we good?
Um. Uh-oh. Let's do a refresh. Let's make sure Randonauting is on here.
Yo, plug the light in for a sec. Let's see. Or if you can, or I can, if you can't reach. Do we just have to flip that power button?
I think it's. I think you're right. Guys, tell us what you think.
Damn, it's just so bright. It needs to go on a
bright.
dimmer.
Yeah.
Oh. Should we leave it on?
Yeah, why not?
It's too bright. Gross. Let's just leave it on. Okay.
Okay. Oh, good. It's here. Guess who's not here? Jesse? You know we're live right now.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Someone sent. So there was this guy back in the day.
Uh-huh.
That lived in Chestnut Hill that we would get alcohol from, among other things.
What are you staring at?
The camera. I don't know. Pretending. Cigarettes and weed.
Lucy's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or packs.
Okay.
Probably skull dips.
Ooh, skull dips.
And his nickname was Suave.
Rico?
Do you remember the song?
Rico Suave.
Did you move this chair?
Not that I'm aware of. Are you uncomfortable?
No, I'm fine. But so anyway, so earlier, you know Seth?
Rogan?
No.
Green?
No, our friend Seth.
Yes.
So I text him because he grew up in the area. He's like 10 years older.
Okay.
And I was like, Seth, I was like, I just randomly because I don't text him.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what happened to Rico? I was like, where's Rico at?
And he said Suave.
Wait, I'm an idiot. I said, where's Suave at? Or I said, whatever happened to Suave?
Uh-huh.
And he just wrote back, he died. And that was it.
Seth comment.
I know, that was it.
Did he know which Rico you were talking about?
No, which Suave? Yeah, there's only one Suave. So I just texted my buddy earlier because I was talking about that exact thing with Rory that works with me. And I said,
what's up, Rory?
Yo, do you remember what's up? Shout out to Rory. He was listening to our podcast, right?
Thanks, Rory. You're the best. Did I meet Rory?
What?
Did I meet him before?
I don't know.
There's some guy at your house once or twice.
I think you met Alex.
What's up, Alex?
But so I was explaining the story to Rory. So then I hit up my buddy Luke and I was like,
oh, I know Luke.
And I hit up,
but I don't know Luke. I know his brother.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I hit him up and was just like, what was Suave's real name?
Mm-hmm.
And he just texted me back.
What was it?
Story doesn't matter at all. His name was Eric Pieri.
And why did you guys call him Rico Suave?
We just called him Suave.
Oh.
Because that's what he said his name was.
Oh, Suave.
Yeah. He was cool, though. He was a good dude. I mean, he was kind of like, whatever. I mean, he like bought, he bought us alcohol as like 12-year-olds.
And Lucy's.
So whatever you think of that.
He was 10 years older than you?
Yeah, like he was like 25 and we were like 11.
Oh my God, that's horrible. He just wanted to be cool in your eyes, or did he want the extra cash?
I don't think he cared about being cool in our eyes.
All right, so he wants some money.
No, he's just helping out a friend. A friend
to what, an 11-year-old?
Yeah, just helping out a couple friends.
Oh my God.
We did, give a couple hand jobs.
What was that case that Becky did?
What?
Ed something from like down the way, and he used to exchange.
You would give him like
cash for underwear.
Uncle
Eddie.
Fast Eddie.
Fast Eddie.
Uncle Eddie. You would give him underwear.
Who was it? Was it Jack?
Jack.
It was like, I know all about him.
We knew Uncle Eddie.
Yep.
If you needed a quick buck, like if you needed a couple bucks, you could bring your underwear to him and just give them to him, and he'd give you a couple bucks. That's gross.
Here's a 5 spot. Let me get that skid mark.
Ew. When you're done with that used toilet paper, if you don't mind. What? I'm Uncle Eddie. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Heard about
put the
you
name to the face. Here
before.
you go. Put your little paw out. Here you go, Eddie.
Your little paw. That makes it so much grosser.
Just, so if you guys didn't listen to our, nobody knows what we're talking about. If you didn't listen to our one episode,
Go back and listen to it, and then you'll know.
yeah, about Uncle Eddie or Fast Eddie or whatever the hell his name was.
Mm.
Wait, before we say anything else, she's actually my landlord, mentioned a case to me,
Ooh.
and the guy apparently lived next door,
Oh.
and he was murdered and chopped up and put into a deep fryer.
Wait, here?
I know.
We
Yeah,
have to do it.
I know. I said I'm going to do the case.
I'm so intrigued. Wait, the week you do that, I should do. Didn't you say there was a Valley Green Strangler, Fairmount Park Strangler?
Yeah, Fairmount Park rapist.
Okay, I'll do that. You do deep fryer.
Deep
So then
fry-
we'll do like local.
We definitely don't do local enough.
What?
I was joking.
Are you saying that we do local a lot or we don't?
We do. I was joking.
Yeah, I guess we do a lot of local.
I just did Boy in the Box last week.
Yeah, we did Sweeney recently.
The very first one we ever did was the serial killer.
Cookie Monster Man.
Yeah.
Who else do we do local?
Jason Sweeney.
Fast Eddie.
Fast Eddie.
Oh, that's 4.
5.
Who's the 5th?
Same again.
Fast Eddie.
Yeah.
Jason Sweeney.
Yeah.
Harrison Graham. Boy in the Box. I don't know what the 5th one
Oh, yeah,
was.
that's 4.
It was 4.
All right. What story do you have for us today?
Have you ever heard of Randonautica?
Yes.
It was actually you that brought it up to me. That's the only reason we did it.
So, guys,
Break it down. Wait, what's that thing? It popped up.
I don't know. I'll hit it off. Talk to them.
Okay, so Jesse called me the other day and he was like, yo, have you ever heard of Randonautica? And I was like, no, I don't think I have. What is that?
All right. I'll pick it up from here. Have you ever? Okay, I got it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I called up Lee the other day and I was like, yo, have you ever heard of Randonautica? She was like, no. Wait, I think I have. What is that? And I explained it. And because I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's this thing called YouTube. And we have our own channel. Good, the Bad, the Murdered. And on YouTube, I guess there's an algorithm. I don't fucking know. I'm sure there 100% is, right? With everything.
For sure.
So I look at weird shit and something popped up and it was like, I guess I was watching something like exploration type thing or something. And it was like 10 times Randonautica has gone wrong. And it was like a picture of someone and I was in the woods and I was like, Randonautica. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I clicked on it and I was watching and they were showing stories. It's really hard to believe any of them. Maybe like 1 or 2 because the suitcase one we know is a fact.
Yes.
And then there was that other one. I think I'm pretty sure that was a fact. But if you're not familiar with it, it's an app and you hit generate and what would you say? Just think of your intentions.
Yeah, give the basic overview because I'm going to give the actual overview later.
So it's an app. You type in a name, whatever, and you hit generate, and then it says like think of your intentions. So you could pick like death or fire or creepy or mythical or water, whatever. You could think of whatever, and then it just goes. After like 5 seconds, like do 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 do, and it's like Google Maps style. It just picks a random point, and then you hit start journey, and you go to that point, and something weird is supposed to be there with whatever the intentions were that you set. So the videos online are kind of funny or serious or whatever. And the most notable one was that in Washington?
It was in Seattle. Yes, West Seattle.
So a couple were renting from a landlord, obviously. And the landlord lived there too or something. It was a really backward situation. You
should tell it the other way.
What?
So these people did the Randonautica. They put the coordinates in and so they get taken to a pier. And so when you go to these random locations, you're kind of just like looking to see what's around. Me and Jesse did it tonight. We're going to tell you about it in a minute. But What they found was a suitcase. And yeah, you better share those with me. Those look good.
You know how
wherever
loud
they
it is?
are. It is really loud. I bet you can't
These
hear
new-
it. These cancel everything out though.
I-
Like I noticed all background noise we can never hear.
They're so good. They're
Are they
so good.
sour or
They're
no?
so good.
Are they sour?
I was talking about these, and I meant to talk about that.
Wait,
They're so good.
but what are these sour?
No,
They smell sour. Look, they have people closing their eyes, meaning that it's sour.
they're not. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I can't eat it right this second because I'm talking. So, thank you for sharing.
No problem.
So, these people, and I'm going to tell this later on, but whatever. These people find a suitcase and they're like, oh, better go check out what's inside there. Maybe it's whatever our intention is. And they open it up, and what's inside?
Water. What if that was their intention?
That was their intention. A plastic bag.
With body parts.
Yeah, and they called the police because it smelled really bad and it was actually a body inside. And then Jesse was saying, there's like, I have a little like breakdown of it. I didn't really go deep on the research with it.
But the landlord killed this couple.
Yes.
And they were like they were like young.
Yeah, they're super young. And for the dumbest reason. It was like he thought they were going to be partying too much. So he murdered them.
He also was charging them like an obscene amount of money for like a bedroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to eat one of these. Keep talking. They're not sour.
I told you.
They taste like peach rings. Oh my God. They taste just like peach rings. I usually don't eat gummies.
Or like a shark.
Yeah, kind of like a shark. They're good.
All right, what you got for Randonautica?
Oh, okay. So, Randonautica is an app. It was launched. Guess what year it was launched? Do you have any idea?
Yeah.
Do you know, or are you just going to guess?
No, I don't know.
Just guess what year.
Okay, 2016.
Nope.
Lower?
Higher, more recent.
It took you a while to.
I know. I was like, wait, what way is up?
Lower.
I'm eating another one while you're thinking.
2020.
Mm-hmm. February 22nd, 2020. Man, I just ate one of these.
February 22nd. My brother. Oh no, my brother's birthday is February 21st.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Another small talk thing that doesn't mean shit. Like, what does that mean to you? February 22nd. Well, my brother's birthday's the day before. Oh, cool. Guys, earlier we were talking about when people talk, when you're making small talk and someone says like an area, and they're like, oh, my cousin lives in Maryland, and you're like, oh yeah, the Turpins are the Maryland University mascot. Like you just start like, who cares? But like nobody can relate, and we always bring up these dumb things. Maryland. Oh yeah, I've been to Virginia.
What part of Maryland?
Yeah,
Okay. They say, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Randonautica is launched February 22nd, 2020 by founder Joshua Langenfelder. It randomly generates coordinates that enable the user to explore their local area and report their findings. According to its creators, the app is an attractor of strange things, letting one choose specific coordinates based on a certain theme. It gained controversy after several reports that the app generating coordinates seemingly coincidental where disturbing things were present. So like the suitcase thing, or like I looked up, there's a lot of fake ones on YouTube and TikTok, but like it looks like some of them are like legit. Like it will take you, like me and Jesse did it tonight, and you're supposed to, and I'm going to get into this more.
Well, something weird did happen. We just found out.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
Should we talk about that now or later?
No, let's talk about the setup, and then we can talk about what we did.
Okay. So the app is based on the chaos theory and Greg Du Bois' theory of the derive. And I'm going to explain what both of those are.
Are these the right words that you're saying?
Derive, yes. Chaos theory. My sister called me the other day and she goes, yo, Lee, I'm keeping a list of all the words you say wrong. And she was like, most recently you said the word stampled instead of stampeded or trampled. I said stampled.
Oh, you combined them.
Yes. And then she goes,
is it stampeded? Can it be ED? Can it be?
I said stampled.
But can it be stampeded? Is that even a word?
I don't know. Maybe.
Stampede.
Stampled.
Stampled.
She also sent me when I said, I didn't make this up, but she thought it was hilarious that I said chesticles. talking
Oh, yeah,
about
that's a
Jeff Goldblum, and she sent me a picture of him with his shirt undone, sitting there. And she was like, "Yo, I'm buying you that poster for Christmas."
Stampled sounds like a first grader if they were like, "They were stampled." And you're like, "What? Stampled." And you're like, "Oh my god, sweetie, you're so cute that you're this dumb." But you're 37.
The other one
Stampled.
was I said cirrhosis of the liver instead of cirrhosis.
Is that corrosion and cirrhosis? Probably.
Yes.
Man, I got corrosion of the liver. Corrosion.
I'm
Doc,
sure there's more.
Doc, my liver's corroding. You mean corroding? They don't. The doctor doesn't know.
Nobody knows.
I think it's corroding, sir.
Oh, okay.
Corrosive. Man,
Cirrhosis.
it's a corrosis.
They had cirrhosis of the liver. So chaos theory. I tried to get the most layman terms example of what both this and this theory of the derive is. So the chaos theory in mechanics and mathematics, go ahead. They talked about it in
Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum.
Yep.
Yeah, you just meant. That's why I was pointing at you. Like you just mentioned Jeff Goldblum.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like anything that can happen anything that could happen
will happen.
Yeah. And he drops the water, and then it goes one way, and he's like, "Oh, it went one way. Now watch. Hold on." He's like, see, it went because you have tiny little. And he's grabbing her hand, and she's like, "Alan, look at this."
Dead on. So exactly what Jesse and Jeff Goldblum said. It's the study of apparently random or unpredictable behavior in systems governed by deterministic laws. A more accurate term, deterministic chaos, suggests a paradox because it connects two notions that are familiar and commonly regarded as incompatible. Yes. And then Guy Debord's theory of the derive, derive meaning a technique of rapid passing through spaces. This was kind of weird. The derive involves playful and constructive behaviors and an awareness of psychogeographical effects. They take on a very different approach from just strolling or taking a journey. If a derive, the individual or several individuals drop their everyday tasks and activities and go on with movement and action, they let themselves be drawn by the attractions of the train and what they'll find. They do not have a Moffat in mind. They're just experiencing the city open to new perspectives. All very confusing right now, right?
Yeah, Moffat.
Yeah, I'm going to read more. A derive should be merely 1 or 2 hours. So I think it's talking about like a journey.
Are you saying a derive?
DERIVE.
Let's go for a derive.
Derive.
No more than 2 hours.
Yo, it does sound like that now.
A derive. I know.
All right, so it says that you should go on this journey. The individual should not be aware of the time. The intention is to have a meaning or a mental. The intention is to have a mental map of duration and your surroundings. So you're supposed to leave everything else behind and just experience the journey. So how exactly does one derive? Well, as a new learner or practitioner of the concept, going to the place without an ultimate motive, clearing your mind of subjections and judgments to your surrounding is a very hard thing to do. Although you have been to this area of the city thousands of times, it must never reflect on your past experiences. You have to let the surroundings absorb you.
So, do you ever are you ever doing something and feel like completely present? Like completely present? And it's kind of weird to think about.
I know what you mean.
Only because my day is always I'm like, I got to run over here. Then I got to do this. So even when I'm in the middle of doing stuff, I'm like thinking of other things. But then there's times where I'm like super present, like something like that. And I'm like, I feel like I get that. Like if you went somewhere, like normally if I go somewhere, I'm like, oh, this happened over there. And then that, and then this, and then blah, blah. And I feel like I kind of understand because sometimes I'm like completely present and just watching things around me happen without anything else going on in my head.
And I think that's what you're supposed to do. It's like meditation, how it's like a thought comes into your head, you acknowledge it, then you let it go.
And so Jack's teacher was teaching us how to meditate with like your eyes open. Like, because a lot of times when you think of meditation, you think of, like, close your eyes and, like, think of my happy place. But
Mhm.
he was explaining to us we were like staring at the ocean at one point part, and you kind of it's really weird. I don't know if it sounds weird, but it's really weird because you're there when there's a bunch of us, and then you're just staring and you're just thinking, and then you forget where you're at for a second.
Ooh, that's
And I feel like
cool.
that's what I'm kind of saying. Like when I'm present, I'm like, I'm not paying. It's almost like if you were like on shrooms or something. Like you're just
Right?
right here for this second.
Yep, experiencing the now.
Yeah. Like right
Mhm.
now, even though we're being present, blah blah blah, I'm still like thinking of that and this and this
Mhm.
and the thing. I don't think I was deriving
I was
while we were
not
in the
deriving
cemetery.
while we were there tonight. In no way, shape, or form. Maybe location 1. I was
Maybe
derived.
location 1 until the old lady came out and we had to leave.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. All right. So, let's talk about the app. So, 29-year-old circus performer Joshua Langenfelder discovered a bot called Phantom Project in a fringe science chat group on Telegram. I don't know what Telegram is. Apparently, it's like an app. I didn't even look it up. I should have.
Fringe class.
What?
There's an Always Sunny episode where they're talking about upper class and lower class, and Frank, Danny DeVito, is like, I'm on the fringe. I'm fringe class. And he's like, I don't know. It
Yo, that's amazing.
just made me think of that.
I want to be fringe class.
Yeah.
I think that's what we are anyway.
Are we?
I don't know. We're not upper class. I can tell you that for damn sure.
I don't know. I have a house in Chestnut Hill with a jet ski and 2 non-running motorcycles in the driveway.
Ooh, a jet ski. Is that new?
It's my brother's, yeah.
Ooh.
The motorcycles work. But they're just not running right this second.
Well,
that's pretty
maybe you're upper class. I'm
upper
fringe
class. I'm saying that's white trash.
I
Upper class. If you think that's upper class, then you're way, way down there with the white trash.
thought you were trying to sell
Well,
yourself for upper class, and I was like, well, I am
Broke
definitely
down jets,
lower.
boats, and motorcycles in my yard.
Clearly, I'm lower class.
Well, maybe you're upper class. Feel like trash blowing around.
Oh Lord.
You're like, wow, that must be nice to have all that trash that doesn't mechanical trash that doesn't move stuck in your yard. We live in Philly and I have a jet ski. There's nowhere to even fucking take. I mean, we could take it to the river, obviously, but we have it. It just sits in the back. Our neighbor was like, "Can you move that jet ski so we can get a work truck back here?"
Oh Lord. Okay. I don't even know what I was talking about.
Upper class with a 1982 jet ski that doesn't work.
Fringe science. That's what I was talking
Fringe
about.
class.
Fringe. So this guy found this fringe science chat group on Telegram in January of 2019. He absorbed the project's theories about how random exploration could break people out. Yes.
I was just
Oh,
pointing.
you're just pointing to the sign. Okay. Jesse was raising his hand for everybody who's just listening and not on YouTube, and it just threw me off completely.
I'm making a thumbnail.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So, where was I again? Oh my god, we're
Fringe
never gonna make it
class.
through this.
I'll tell you what. You figure it out. I'll talk about Always Sunny.
So it's about random exploration, about how random exploration could break people out of their predetermined realities and how people could influence random outcomes with their minds. This dude, I forget his name, Joshua, then created a telegraph bot using Phantom Project's code, generating coordinates. He then created a subreddit, r Randonauts, in March. In October, developer Simon Nishi McCorkindale made the bots.
We guarantee whatever Lee's saying is correct. Corkin.
That's what it says. That's an easy one. I could say. I'm never gonna be able to pronounce his next name.
What is it?
With help from Auburn Salcedo. That works. Chief executive of a TV agency. Both created Randonauts LLC. Auburn became the chief operating officer while whatever this guy's name is again, Joshua is the CEO. The app is called Randonautica and it was launched February 22nd, 2020. So, controversy. So, let's talk about this. So, oh, and then also, I forgot to add this in. This is on my phone before I get to this controversy. So, what it is, like Jesse was saying, you go to the app. The app asks you a couple questions when you first get there, and it explains a few things to you. One of the things it explains, and let me just pull some on my phone. So, you can do okay, so there's a couple different things. There's attractors. Attractors are improbable dense clusters of random points in your radius, and voids are clusters with improbable low density. Jesse loves doing that. Just check in, make sure we're live. Oh my god, it gets lost in the ether.
Good to go.
Okay, I'll start again.
Yeah.
Okay, attractors are improbable dense clusters of random points in your radius. Voids are clusters with improbable low density. Choosing power anomaly will deliver a destination of one of the two types, but with the highest power. And then blind spots are simply random points.
Why would you do the lowest power?
I don't know. Try shit out, I guess. I don't know. I screenshotted something else on here. You talk for a second while I read this. I want to make sure it's not important.
Don't tell me to talk. Yeah, we have you wore your Converses too?
Yeah.
All right, boy.
Okay, so then you have to set an intention or free flow. You can set an intention or theme for your trip in your mind, or you can go with the flow and simply journey into randomness to see what you want to see. So what you do pretty much is you turn the app on, you choose if you want an anomaly, a void, or like a power cluster, and then you sit there and this little bird flaps its wings. You think of like Jesse was thinking of death and like dead bodies. I was thinking abandoned house. And then it takes you to a place and you don't know where you're going and you just follow it and you get to like your coordinates. And then apparently, from what they're saying, when you drive, you have to, even though you've been to this place before, you have to just like clear your mind of like what you've done there before and just kind of like let whatever's going to happen. Me and Jesse did not do that very well tonight. We have a couple experiences that we're going to tell you about, but before I do that, I'm going to tell you about some of the controversies of the app because I watched a ton of TikToks on this. I watched a ton of YouTubes, and like you can tell which ones are fake and you can tell which ones are like questionable. But like people will go and like they're like, "Oh, yo, I'm doing a randonaut, and like I found this cooler taped up on the side of the road," and they like go to open it up and they're like, "Oh my god, there's a dead body inside." But like I believe from my research, there's only 2 times where people have found something quite peculiar with
Bodies.
yeah, they found
specifically.
bodies. So there was 2 videos. There's one, and you can find these both on TikTok. The one I'm going to talk about, the other one me and Jesse were talking about earlier. Why don't you talk about that one?
I forget what it was, but was it like Russian explorer dudes or something?
I watched it just the other night. It was 2 guys and they're in the woods and they're following the coordinates and like they're first walking up this like stream bed and they're like, "Oh, we're almost there. It's at this storm drain up here." Drain. And so they get closer and they're like, "Man, what's that smell? It smells so bad." They're like, "Why are all these flies around?" They're like, "Get these flies off me." And they get closer and closer and finally they get to like where the storm drain is and there's like this big red plastic thing on the ground.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
That's not the one you're talking about?
No.
Well, what are you talking about then?
The 3 guys were it was 3 guys and they were like known to be explorers or something. I forget what it was. And they went into like a building and they were in like a basement, like, and they were walking around. It was like really dark and it was like an abandoned house or basement or some shit.
And they found a dead body?
Yeah, they found a guy it was almost like a homeless guy or something.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a
So
couple.
maybe mine's fake. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe there's a couple.
I feel like a lot of TikTokers and YouTubers like, embellish. But the real one I'm going to talk about right now. So, okay, so with the app's popularity, users started reporting coincidences which people might find unsettling. The majority of the reports were from TikTok and Reddit, as well as Telegram, which I have to look up this Telegram. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
Are
that
we
up.
just lame?
Probably. We're probably out of the loop. The most trending controversy involves a group of people heading to a beach in Dorwarmish Head, Puget Sound. I'm saying all
Telegram
these
is a
words
freeware, cross-platform, cloud-based instant messaging service.
wrong. Oh, never used it. Thanks for looking it up, Jesse.
No problem.
So they're in West Seattle, this group.
Okay.
They were using the app. They found a bag with it was a suitcase. They found a suitcase with 2 dead bodies in it. So like they're using the TikTok. You see that they're like, oh my God, there's a suitcase on the jetty over there. And they have this girl go over. The girl goes over. At first, she has a stick and she's poking the suitcase with a stick. It's all on TikTok. And then they're like, oh, you got to open it up. Like, we need to find out what's like inside. And she's like, it smells so bad. I don't want to open it up. And they're like, open it up. So she unzips it. And you just see those big, huge, like black trash bags inside. And so she pokes it again with the stick, and she's like, "Guys, we need to call 911." She's like, "This is weird." So they call the cops. The cops come out, and they like immediately identify that it's body parts in the suitcase. Good.
It wasn't 2 full bodies.
Yeah, it's like all chopped up. They were like all. Oh no, there was 2 suitcases. They found one on the pier. The other one was in the water still. So when the cops got there, they found the second one.
Why do you only throw one off?
I think he threw both of them off, but the tide washed one up. Because it was on the rocks, like the jetty.
Oh, okay.
So I think what
I
happened.
thought you meant one was still on the pier, like on like a.
Oh no. I did make it sound like that.
Like almost like the handle was up, like you're gonna walk just like at the end of a pier, like, hey, what's that suitcase doing?
Yes, no. Like the girl had to like climb off the pier onto the. When I say jetty, I meant like the rocks.
Yeah, okay.
So
they were pushed over, and then they washed up, then
Yeah.
they searched and found another one.
Yeah, exactly. So when the police got there, they found bags with dead bodies. There was a 27-year-old and a 36-year-old, male and female. As reported by the Seattle police and homicide detectives. In August 2020, police arrested and charged their landlord, Michael Lee Dudley, in connection to the murder. In March 2021, Dudley was denied bail, and other people are under suspicion of aiding Dudley in the dismemberment and disposal of the bodies. But no one else had been charged. This has caused speculation that the app has an intended puzzle-like theme. However, the owner of or creator of Randonautica stated that it was just a shocking coincidence. They called a lot of these videos fake, and then it's hard to manage because people are really taking creative liberties after seeing how much attraction the app is getting on like the fear factor of it all.
Yeah. Which would always happen.
Yeah. In the questions page, Randonautica's creators have said that the app generates coordinates inside a private. If it generates coordinates inside a private property, it's a violation of their terms and conditions to trespass. So the app is telling you not to go on private property, which me and Jesse almost did tonight.
We kind of did.
The
Fox Lane area. That's probably private.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
also, the cemetery was closed.
We wanted to go on that first property.
True.
In addition, Randonautica has also received allegations that the app is used in human trafficking, which its creators denied, saying the data collected by the apps are anonymous. It also ensured that the app is not designed to violate religious customs, saying the app is simply a tool, just as a knife can be used either to prepare dinner or to cut somebody. I should have gotten more information about the murder that happened.
We can look it up right now. Why don't do you want to bring it up for a second?
Yeah, why don't you talk about our experiences tonight while
I will.
that?
And then also I was going to say, I thought of something. I don't know if it's the golden rule of dumping a body in the water, but I think you have to weigh it down, obviously, but you have to do like double the weight.
Really? Double? Why double?
I think because the parts fill up and they wind up being heavier.
Oh.
Did you ever see Man Bites Dog?
Uh-uh.
It's like an independent movie. It's like about a serial killer.
Really?
and they make it look like it's real, but it's just not.
I've not seen it.
So like a guy will knock on the door, he's like, "Hey miss, do you mind if I could?" And like come in, they'll be drinking tea, and then he like kills her.
Ooh.
It's actually a really good movie. I mean, it's a little, but then he's like dragging the body out, and he's like giving you tips. He's like, a body, you need to put 2.5 times the body of weight. If
Oh,
or yeah.
really? Oh,
And
that's
then I
weird.
remember looking it up. I think you need to put. I mean, you definitely need to. You probably didn't put any weight in the suitcases.
Probably not. I mean, this guy looks real dumb.
Could have threw a couple dumbbells in there and never would have got caught.
Yep. But instead, he just chopped these bodies up for no reason.
Not giving any tips out. I'm just saying.
Sounds like you're giving tips out.
I am.
All right, talk about our experiences while I can read, so I can read this, and then I can talk about it.
Okay.
What happened to us tonight, Chessie?
I was just messing with Lake. So the first location we went to was on the street. Actually, it wasn't far from here. We went to the street, and it said that it was in between these two houses in a shack. And my motivation was death. And we didn't want to go up onto the property, but also because there was people there. And just as we were walking by, an old lady walked into the area where it said
With a walker.
with a walker. So we were pretty sure she's probably going to pass away soon if Randonautica has anything to do with it. So then when we were up there, we realized that they just knocked down this whole area that used to be creepy that Lee went urban exploring at, and it's a whole housing development now. So we walked through there and then went back to this back area where some of the woods still are to see a treehouse.
Yeah, when I used to go urbex and back there, there was probably 7 buildings because it was a neighborhood. It was a whole abandoned neighborhood. And I found it one day when I was running. I was like, what is this shit? Nobody told me about this. I was like, this is fucking amazing. So this is COVID times. And I got real bored in COVID times. So I used to just be like, whatever, I'm going to go exploring back here. So I was in the woods the one day. And I look up and there's just this like hunting blind up there, but it was like a tree house, like a full tree fort. And creepy as all heck. But they knocked this whole wooded area down with all this whole abandoned neighborhood, but they kept that. So that was still in the trees. So we're like, let's go there.
So we saw that. We saw a statue in the bush.
We didn't really see it. I should adjust the wall, but I didn't want to go over it. There was too many prickers.
It was too dark, guys.
It was a little dark. Then what else did we say?
Up there, a truck.
Oh, there were so many UPS trucks driving by.
Some birds.
We were like trying to like make a creepy TikTok to like be like these people, these creators who make creepy things.
Hey, do you know where Geneva Street is? Shut up. We're in the woods.
It's just like a woody.
And there was like birds, and I was like, those are bats. Birds, I mean bats.
And for some reason, we were trying to get all creeped out tonight, but for some reason, it just wasn't dark
I didn't
outside.
care at all.
I didn't care at all. I was not scared once the whole time.
Yeah, and I thought it got darker out.
It looks darker now, but when we were outside, it was like so light. It was almost like daytime, and we went out in the dark.
All right, so we left that location and we hit another one, and it said the cemetery, Holy Sepulchre. So we went to Holy Sepulchre, and oh my God, guys, we didn't see anything again.
Well, you thought you heard somebody say your name.
I was only lying to make juice up the story.
I know, it was so boring. We were just walking around the cemetery night. I think the funnest thing that happened is that people were driving by and they just saw us walking into the cemetery and like.
So we were about to walk into one cemetery and there's stop signs, and we were going to let these cars go, and then there's a bunch of cars. So then it just was Lee eating a Reese's cup on the corner with me eating a taquito, and we were just standing there. And there's nowhere to go. Like if you're not doing anything, there's no reason to stand there. And there's no reason to cross the street the way we need to cross. So we're just standing on a corner.
Mm-hmm. And then we crossed whilst cars were driving by and just walked straight up to the cemetery.
This is the worst episode ever. Then we crossed the street. First we were on one side of the street. Then we crossed the street.
Look, it's pretty entertaining. What happened when we got into the cemetery?
Then we walked up the grass. Um, so we found the location. Oh, so that's what we need to do. We need to Google these names.
Yeah, so there was a couple graves that it took us to. And the funniest part was at one point we were just like, all right, let's just like sit silently in the cemetery and see if anything creepy happens. And there's this other app we used when we were at Fort Mifflin. It's called Ghost Hunting Box or something.
Ghost box.
So we turned it on and we were trying to communicate with the dead. And pretty much it was talking about like pole dancing and like Jesse being thick.
Mother Mary.
We came up with this whole scenario about Mother Mary.
When you look into the mausoleum, the glass window in the back, the stained glass window is a picture of Mother Mary. And I said to Lee, look at the Mother Mary thing. She was like, where?
I was like, what?
Almost like I was saying there was a ghost Mother Mary in there.
No, I thought you said, did you see Mother Mary? And I was thinking it was like a creepy movie.
The movie.
Yeah, I was like, what's Mother
that's
Mary? And you're like, no,
Hello,
the stained
children.
glass
I'm
window
Mother Mary.
of Mother Mary. Who we
Time
saw.
for supper, children.
We saw.
Come to your mother. Mother Mary, of course. She just keeps reinstating, convincing them that I don't think she's our real mother. She is, Charles. She's Mother Mary. In a town where nobody knows the truth. Mother Mary, come on. That's another lady saying Mother Mary in Mother Mary's voice. That's Mother Teresa. Two mothers will fight for what's right. Now you children don't listen to Mother Teresa. But Mother Mary, we like Mother Teresa. Jill, come on. I don't know who to believe. Shut up, Charles. She's our mother. Mother Mary. Mother Mary. Everywhere, December 19th.
This is the whole time we were in the cemetery. This is what we were doing.
Hello, children.
So anyway, when we got home,
eat your porridge.
We looked at the pictures that we took, and the mausoleum we were at, its name, because we didn't know its name there. We just thought it was Mother Mary, but it was
Mother Mary.
But it was Nicoletti. And why was that important, Jesse?
Because it's my mom's maiden name. So this whole trip took me to the Nicoletti Mausoleum, which is my family.
So,
and we also couldn't see the name. And it's so funny when you were like, "What's it say?" I didn't even look. I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah,
I didn't even try. I was just like, "I don't know. I can't see up there."
Yep.
But if we tried, we would have realized that the whole time it was my family just trying to say hi to me.
So those randonauts knew exactly what they were doing.
My distant family, because I don't know, because my other family's on the other side of the cemetery. So that was probably the coolest thing.
I would think so, because there was one other coordinate.
Like if we landed on a Cahill, you know what I mean?
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, like that. It's
so
weird.
I totally get the
weird.
coolness of it. And we didn't spend a ton of time doing it today. Like you're supposed to like go out and do it for a while.
Oh God, if it was up to Lee, we'd be out there till 11 p.m.
Look, when I commit to something, I'm fully committing, Jess.
We never would have got this episode done.
Nope, Jesse.
One of us would have got strangled.
Yeah, I was trying to go like full creep factor. I want to go in the middle of the woods.
All right, let's go to East Kensington and hit.
Not dumb. I want to be creepy, not stupid.
Randonauting.
Bando downtown.
Bandonauting.
Bandonauting.
That's what we could do.
That's what they do in Kenzo anytime. Anyway.
Set up an app called Bandonauting, and it just sends people to random abandons.
Where people are nodding
off.
Yep.
So abandoned places where heroin addicts are nodding off.
That would be the worst.
Bandonauting.
Bandonauting.
NODD. Well, that is Kensington. That's funny.
It's literally Kensington.
What do you want to do tonight? Let's go bandonauting. You creeping in, trying not to get killed or anything, just to see someone nodding off. Oh my God! Look, that guy's not totally nodding off. Let's get out of here.
So bad.
In a town. In a town pretty close to yours. Bandonauting. Yo, we haven't done Christie's Corner in a while.
Why don't you do Christie's Corner?
It's time for another episode of Christie's Corner.
What's she thinking about?
So Christy right now is thinking about, did I get all of my Christmas presents for everyone? And also she's wondering, like, Do the kids still? She has kids, right?
2 baby girls.
Do the kids? She's going through she's wrapping the presents, and she's like, "Should I put from mom and dad or from Santa?"
Oh,
And
that's
she
so
doesn't know
nice of
which
you
ones to do, but she
thinking.
has kind of an idea. Um, and she's also thinking like, "Ugh, my husband's family can be annoying during Christmas, but it's nice to have a big family." And that's another episode of Christie's Corner. Sorry, Christie's husband, but that's what she's thinking.
Chad's probably like, yeah,
They're really
Jesse's right.
annoying, but it's nice to have a big family.
Shout out Chrissy and Chad and the baby girls. Is that
So-
it? I got nothing more. I was supposed to be looking up this guy, Michael Lee Dudley. I didn't
No,
do a
you're
good
supposed
job.
to look up the. No, we're not done. Sorry, guys, we're not done. We got to look up the grave. The grave.
All right, look up the grave.
Charles, what's his name? Peter.
Okay, so the first one we're gonna look up
Yeah.
is you're doing Rosa. I'm gonna
yeah.
spell the last name Geronit. And I'll look up. What does this say?
Wait, was there a Peter?
Yeah, there was a Peter.
Yeah, I got it right here because I typed in Rosa and it popped up Peter, Pete, Rosa.
No, Rosa's the first name. It's Peter and then last name Geronit. Rosa is the main.
Yeah, Peter's. I'm saying it's the same people.
What's the last name?
It's the same name. Whatever. Geronit.
Okay,
it's
perfect.
like their husband.
Perfect. What do
Look,
we got?
born in Italy on. This might be Peter, though. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, I got it.
I have their whole lineage.
Whoa.
Born in Italy, February 15th, 1908. Peter and Rosa were married. They had one child. He passed away on June 20th, 1990. Holy Sepulchre Cemetery, Philadelphia, PA.
We found him. Good job.
1908 to 1990. Now, 1908 to 2007 is Rosa. Right?
Yep, Rosa's on here.
Till 2007?
Hold on. Rosa. Well, there's no whatchamacallit for Rosa, no years. The person next to it is Edith.
Oh. Wait, this is weird, guys. Oh boy.
Why was it say?
Omar. Parents. So the parents, 1863. Angelo Rosa Giernot.
Interesting.
Okay. Anyway, it says spouses. It says Gilda Rosa and Edith Calusa Rosa.
Edith looks like the wife.
Okay. Born in 1910.
Yes.
All right. This isn't jack shit. I have a picture.
Oh, let's see. We're just doing a podcast about the Gernards.
I hope they're not listening. They're like, come on, man. Here she is.
Oh, hi, lady Edith.
I'm just joking. Did you read the name? That's not her. I couldn't find her.
That's Rosa somebody else.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a picture, guys. Well, this was a waste of time.
And this is what happens when you go randonauting.
How about the randonauting one when the kid went and was like, it was during the day and he was like, oh, there's this old car up here. It was probably like an old car that's been there forever that everyone knew about. He's like, I'm gonna walk close to it. And then it was like, help. And he like ran. He's like, did you hear that? And he like ran. And then he got home. And then he turned it back on. He's like, okay, you guys, you asked me to go back, so I will. And he went back at nighttime by himself. I'm like, why would you fucking? And then, it was like, can you play with me? And I was like, come on, man, this is so stupid. Why wouldn't you bring more people with you?
A lot of these YouTubers and TikTokers do things on their own. I would never. There's just one urban explorer girl that I watch that goes by herself. I wouldn't do that. I mean, have I done it? Yes. Was it dumb?
So you would.
Absolutely. It's so dumb though.
But you've done it.
For sure. only out of necessity because nobody else is there to go with me.
I'll go with you.
All right, Urbex time. You guys heard it here first. What was my band's name? My album that was dropping soon.
Mausoleum.
Mausoleum coming at you hot.
Mausoleum.
Yeah, hot album dropping.
They call me Mausoleum. Like that. You can say, and it's like a 80s rap. You want to be dumb.
Wait, should we play our new song that I
Come
just
at
found?
me, your crew, dumb. What?
We'll play. This was our theme for the night. Let me play it for
No,
you guys.
you can't play it.
Remember the rule? 10 seconds.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, we really can't play it. Never mind.
You have to go through a whole thing. We can get it and just say we're just doing it for fun. Like you can, but it takes like 30 days.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. So you're not getting it. Sorry, guys.
You can say the name. You can say what it was.
All right, I guess I will. It's not as fun that way.
It's called Sunshine the Light.
That's it. Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, Rihanna.
I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. No motherfucking lemon. I pull up with a lemon. Good song. That's Lemon. That's a different song, guys.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about that one tonight too. And Mace.
Wait, I pulled up.
Don't play it.
I pulled up something.
What?
I pulled up. Oh, hang on 1 sec.
Yo, Becky was supposed to come tonight, but she totally blew us off.
She's a real beehole. That's bitch hole. That's what I call everyone now, a beehole.
Maybe Becky will come next week. She'll probably have a better excuse or another excuse. Oh, sorry, guys. I have. What was her excuse tonight? I don't remember.
Her brother's birthday or something.
Which I'm pretty sure was last week too. So.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
2 charged with murder in Northeast Philly case of body parts found in U-Haul. So did you remember hearing about the body that was found in the U-Haul?
No, tell me about it. How long ago? Was this when they were doing the suitcases wrapped in saran wrap? The serial killer that's in Philly?
Yes, it was around the same time. So I remember hearing the U-Haul. I didn't realize this was the case. But look, this picture of this guy, Peter, is in the Chestnut Hill Local. That's a Chestnut Hill Local picture.
Oh, whoa.
Which is around the corner from us, guys. Yeah, so he was found
in front of him. What is all those things in front of him?
Those are called dogs.
I really couldn't see that.
There's 5 dogs. Lee's an idiot.
Oh, shit. I did not see that at all. Okay, go ahead, dogs.
A man and a woman were charged Monday with the murder and the death of Northeast Philadelphia man whose dismembered body parts were found last month in the back of a U-Haul. Teray Herring and Jeanette Pace, 47 and 42, also were charged with conspiracy and possession of an instrument of crime in the death of Peter Gerald, 70 years old. Police found Gerald's dismembered torso inside a trash bag in the back of the U-Haul truck around 9 a.m. on February 11th after a neighbor called about a burglary in progress at his house on Sanibel Street. Police later searched dumpsters behind a strip mall near his home, finding more body parts, including hands and feet that had been deep fried.
What?
Why would you deep fry them?
How long? First of all, that's a great question. Where and when did this happen? Recently in Philly?
Yeah, it was like last year. I remember the U-Haul thing. I didn't realize it was the same thing.
And where was the deep fryer from?
Last year. March 29th, 2021.
That's
a couple months ago.
So, whoa.
Where's the deep fryer?
Yeah, like,
what, are you trying to get
did he have a restaurant? Nobody just has a deep fryer in their house.
You don't have a deep fryer.
No. You have a deep fryer?
Yeah.
But doesn't it make your whole house smell?
No.
Like fried oil?
No, you clean the oil. You have to clean it like once a week.
I use a deep fryer at my friend's house one time.
Why would I have a deep fryer at my house?
We walked into a meeting. Every single person. That's what I'm saying. Nobody has one. My one friend did. We walked into an AA meeting. The whole meeting turned around because they were like, "You guys smell so bad. So bad." So this guy's an idiot. And who has a deep fryer in their house? And what was he going to do? Eat them? Was he trying to eat the body parts? Was this a cannibal type situation?
No, I'm assuming. I'm trying to read it, but the only thing it doesn't really say. The only thing I could think of is maybe they thought fingerprints and like deep fry them off.
Oh my God.
But at that point, why would you go through? Because like,
I'm gonna deep fry off these fingerprints.
why wouldn't you just go to the woods and like start a little fire with some lighter fluid?
There's so many better
That's so much
ways
easier
to
and more
do it.
inconspicuous as opposed to like trying to sneak into a McDonald's.
Well, and they
Can I
found
just throw these in the deep fryer real quick? Hey, I brought some of my own stuff. Can I just some of my own stuff? Just stuff. And you bring some real chicken too, just to like make it seem like you're a weirdo just trying to get some food.
Oh man.
Can I pay for the number 6 and just fry some of my own stuff?
I feel like this article should have further explained the deep fryer situation.
Well, wait, I will say that some people do have deep fryers and people rent deep fryers because there is a whole thing with the deep frying of the turkeys. The deep frying of the turkeys.
Oh, yeah. The Thanksgiving.
Like yeah.
People burn their houses down all the time.
People do have deep fryers. It is a thing. I mean, we don't.
I don't.
Yeah. So I don't know. We have to look up the story. Apparently, the apartment that I live in, he worked 2 doors down.
Wait, this happened last year? This is the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
He deep fried the body in Chestnut Hill?
No. He worked 2 doors down. No, he was killed in like the Northeast and found in the Northeast.
Okay.
But he was deep fried in South Jersey. No, I'm just joking. That sounds so weird. He was deep fried.
He was deep fried. Yeah, you got to look it up and do the whole case.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel bad I didn't do the whole case on the Randonautica.
But how much more could there be than what I just said? Other than like his 70 years of life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that seems so bad, like to explain. But like his 70 years of life. But I don't know what else there is to cover. Like that's the whole story. I just said it. They don't know why he did it.
He just wanted to see. Who knows? That's crazy though.
It's something.
That is something. Maybe Randonaut would have taken us to that address. We would have done one more location like I wanted to.
God, it just would have kept, we would have got there and you've been like, this one sucks.
Well, we did go to one.
Let's just do one more.
We did go to one where
we'll set the radius at 50 miles. Just one more.
There's 2 outside of people's houses. And like, what are you supposed to do? Like go knock on their door and be like, look, Randonautica.
No, I was going to run up to the driveway next door. You just didn't let me go.
What were you going to do? What are you going to do in the driveway?
Feel around.
For what?
Death. My motivation was death.
Feel around for death.
Yeah, there's probably could have been like a dead squirrel or something. Yeah.
We do need to try it again and set our intentions and do what this thing said, where clear it out of your mind. Even if you've been to this location before, it's like you've never experienced it before.
Where am I?
Fully derive yourself.
It's so hard for me to do. I have such a good memory with everything that I remember the dumbest things that I have no business remembering.
Yeah, that is true. I played that song for you and you're like, I think this reminds me of another song.
But I'm really good with that stuff. I'm really good with like noise.
Music?
Yeah. No, like music and like movies and stuff. And like remembering who sang what or the words or.
Yep.
No, I'm really good with like patterns. So like the pattern of
like Rain Man?
What?
Like Rain Man?
Like Rando Man?
Rando Man.
Rain Man? I don't know. Rain Man was pretty fucking smart. I'm pretty smart, but I'm not a super genius.
No, he was like a savant idiot though, wasn't he? He was like his social skills were inept.
Using me. Yeah. What? The best part of Rain. Do you know Rain Man pretty well or not?
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, it's so good.
Really?
Oh, it's so good. It's funny as hell.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it.
But so at one point, do you know the story?
Yeah, I know the gist.
It's Tom Cruise's brother. He didn't really realize he had a brother, and then he got a call, and I forget, but he winds up taking care of him, and he realizes that he's really good at reading cards. So he's taking them to casinos to get them to win money. And at one point they're in the hotel, and so you have to watch it. If you haven't seen it, it's not going to be as good, but he would repeat stuff. and he'd be like, so Tom Cruise would be like, Raymond, do you want cereal? He's like, yeah, cereal. I'll have cereal. And like, so that's how he talks, like that. So at one point they're in the hotel and the girlfriend's there, Tom Cruise's girlfriend, and they're arguing, and she's like, you're using him. You're using him. And Tom Cruise is like, Raymond, am I using you? And he's like, yeah, you're using me. Or something. It's something like that. It's so good. And he's like, oh my God, he's answering a question I asked him like from 20 minutes ago. He doesn't know what he's saying. Yeah. He's just like, yup. It's so good.
All right, I have to add it to my list.
So funny. But then they wind up, at first he's like using them, and then he winds up like really caring about them.
Yeah.
It's touching. So that's another episode of Randonautica.
What would you rate it?
This episode?
Fuck no, that's a 0 out of 10. I'm talking about.
We'll say a 1 out of 10.
Randonauting is.
Randonauting's a 2 out of 10. This episode's a 3 out of 10. If Becky was here, it'd be a 3.5 because Becky sucks too.
But you're giving us a higher score though, because Becky's
just because
here.
it's third person.
Oh, third person,
Yeah.
not because Becky's kind of cool.
No, if it was any other third person, it'd be an automatic 6 out of 10.
Oh, I got it.
Do you remember when we went and got food and Becky was like, we were fake reviewing the restaurant? She was like, I'd say 9 out of 10. I'm like, 9 out of 10? She was like, well, it wasn't that good. I'm like, I know. I was like, I was giving it a 2 out of 10. I'm like, how do you get like a 9 out of 10? Or was it you?
No, Becky
Someone was
that.
like really high and didn't like it that much. And she was like, I'm 8 or 9 out of 10. It was like, what? How does your rating system work?
Yo, it's so funny because the other day I did the same thing. The food was not the best. I gave it a 5 out of 5. And then I was like, what am I doing?
5 out of 5 on what?
It was not like a real rating in my head. I was like,
to yourself? You're rating stuff to yourself? Are you delusional? Lee, how lonely?
Look,
how lonely
live
are you?
alone.
You're eating a cheeseburger. Like, 5 out of 5, guys.
Yo, if there's
to your cats,
I talk to them all the time.
Gino, 5 out of 5. It's not that good though, Gino. Try it, but we'll still give it a 5 out of 5.
Oh shit!
I'll mark it right here in my head. Everything's a 5 out of 5. You get so confused.
But I thought about that and I started cracking up
What
laughing.
was that place that sucked that I gave a 5 out of 5? Oh yeah, the cheeseburger spot. Yeah, I'm gonna get that tonight. That'll be not good, but also awesome. Sucks. 5 out of 5. All right, you got anything else before we wrap this fucking thing up?
No. That was it.
All right, join us next episode for a murder.
A real murder.
Wait, we got a treat for you guys.
Ooh, what do we got?
I don't know. I'm just saying that.
We got nothing?
No, like a good case.
Oh, I got a good one coming up.
I actually have a good one too. Yo, actually, real quick. Real quick. Do you remember the murder that happened where the guy killed, like, he showed up to a house and he killed the family inside, including like a kid and a grandmom and like a painter, a worker that was working there.
Oof.
And then killed himself.
Oof.
In South Carolina?
No.
You don't remember it?
I don't.
It was an ex-football player, and they said he had stage 2 CTE.
That CTE is no joke. Stage
2 is what Aaron Hernandez had.
Really?
So it affects the frontal lobe.
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of onto something with that. Because that's what Junior Seau, another football player, really good football player, I always liked him too. He was having problems and he actually took himself out, but he shot himself in the chest and left a note and said, study my brain.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got goosebumps.
I know. He was like, I don't know, smart enough to
realize. But
isn't that crazy? Because also, so like for him specifically, like he committed suicide. And I don't mind saying, like, I've felt suicidal before, but imagine like having the wherewithal to still go through with it, but also like know what you're doing is caused by something and just giving your brain over for science.
That must be the scariest place to be in because you're like, all right, I'm losing it. I'm like 85% there. Might as well take myself out now
Yeah,
because
that's
I know I'm going more. It's not going to stop here.
yeah. Crazy.
Ugh,
So I'm gonna
rough.
look into that football player, Philip Adams. I think his name was.
Yeah, it'd be
his
really
names.
interesting. His
Oh, thinks
names.
his names was Phillips Adams.
That would be an interesting one to go over.
All right.
That's it. Randonauting.
I made a new beat.
Ooh.
Just
Tell
saying.
us.
I don't have it, but I'm just saying.
Give us a little sampling.
Sample?
Yeah,
Well, I can give you a sample of an old beat.
One that you showed me over the summer.
What? Coin flow? Talking about coin flow?
Yeah, play.
This is what we're doing on the podcast now.
Play coin flow.
This podcast has lost all respect for me.
When was the respect?
Do you want coin flow or loop set?
I remember Loop said to do coin flow first.
Yo, my best one I couldn't publish. Yo, the one I made now is awesome.
Well, play it.
Well, it's not. I don't have it.
You did not publish it. Okay.
No, I also didn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
I just started it last night, but it's not like this. It's like very trippy.
Ooh.
Yo, and I can play this song. Hope you guys are ready. This is what we're ending. This is the ending song now. The best is when the coin comes in.
When you showed it to me the first time, you're like, wait, and drop.
Coming right now, guys. You know, it sounds like it would be like on the, like maybe like in like a Comedy Central show, like just a snippet of it, like 4 seconds of it in the background of some shit.
Yes.
All right, this is I like loop set. Loop set.
What's that? Oh, look at that beat drop. I thought you were just doing that.
No.
It lined up so perfectly.
Like, what would this be for? Like a rollerblading competition on a.
Why is it always rollerblading?
Yeah, couldn't you picture like a skating like at a disco, like them dancing around, like all right, I'm gonna have to do something real good on this next trick. All right, I'll have the new song soon, guys.
Yeah, you have to play.
Sorry, that's from like last year, so I'm way more advanced now. Not really.
Coin flow. What's the other one called?
Loop set.
Loop set.
Now I have another one called M Night. if they're M. Night Shyamalan, because I was auditioning for a show the next day, and I was making it that night, and I was like, I'll just call this M. Night.
Play it.
I don't have it.
Damn.
I'll have them. All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Coin flow.
Always remember coin flow,
Never forget.
and never forget Luke said.
And also,
Mausoleum drops on December 19th.
yeah, boy.
Mausoleum, December 19th.
Mausoleum.
All right, peace out.
All right. Is it your turn or my turn to turn this off?
I don't know. End stream.